Hey everyone, it's Reagan, and my project is Zero Waste Muncie. So, what I want to create for this project is a website and social media, probably Facebook and Instagram, for the Muncie and Ball State community to provide them with a zero waste lifestyle hub where there's lots of information about the zero waste lifestyle and some tips and places they can go to learn more about living sustainably and making conscious decisions as a consumer. One of the things that really inspired me to start researching a zero waste lifestyle was this picture, which is just a small ball jar and it has 2 years worth of trash in it. And it just blows my mind thinking that one single person created so little trash that they could put it in a jar. And I look back at the trash that I threw away in just one day, and that alone fills like 3 jars. So it's just la 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 la. Alright, this is gonna be it. This is it. Hey everyone, it's Reagan, and my project is Zero Waste Muncie. So, what I want to create in this project is a website and social media, probably Facebook and Instagram, definitely Instagram, but for Muncie and the Ball State community so that they have a hub for learning about zero waste lifestyle and are able to find information on how to start creating a zero waste lifestyle for themselves. If you don't already know what zero waste is, it's basically just living in a way that you do not produce trash. And that means composting, reusing things, refusing plastics, plastic straws, plastic bags, and living on a more minimalistic way where you are consuming the things that you really need and saying no to the junk and trash that will one day be in landfills and not decompose. Something that really inspired me to research this topic more and try to be more zero waste myself was this picture. I saw this about a year ago, and the girl who I saw this from can fit all her trash from the past 2 years in a single ball jar. And I think that's really inspirational, and I think we should all strive to be that conscious about how we live and be able to share our experiences with others around us and share tips and tricks and just let everyone know that it is a reasonable goal. It's a little hard to start off, but it is something that we can do. And I just want to bring that discussion to Muncie and that positive mindset that we need to not waste our food and be conscious about what we are consuming in order to build a stronger and healthier and cleaner and more sustainable community. So just some basic research. I think it's really important to understand how trash and plastic and food waste is affecting the United States as a whole before you can actually make changes. Plastics, on average, take 450 to 1,000 years, and it usually takes longer to decompose. Plastic bottles, usually, and bigger plastic items obviously take a lot longer, and that's 10 plus lifetimes for a single plastic bottle to decompose. And Indiana is actually in the 10 top states with the most trash per person, and a lot of our plastic gets will get put in a landfill, but the wind will blow it away, or when it starts decomposing, it'll break into pieces and it gets in the water, which has led to 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic in the oceans, and which harms marine life and kills animals on a daily basis. And when we're talking about being zero waste, we have to also keep in mind our food waste, which is packaged food or fresh food that starts rotting and doesn't get bought in time, or people will literally buy it and just toss it in the trash because they don't use it. And that's food that can feed the homeless or low-income families or just people who can't buy food like that. 38 million tons of it gets thrown away every year, and that doesn't account for the billions of dollars that we are basically throwing away too by producing this food and then it ended up being in landfills, and the energy to make the food and the resources and everything else. So it's just a ton of money and food that is wasted. And it's estimated by 2100 that we could be making 11 million tons of trash per day in the United States, which is a pretty reasonable estimate because by 2025 they were saying that we could probably get 6 million tons per day. So 11 million is probably our waste peak. So when I was doing research about the Muncie community and what we need, I realized that Muncie does a pretty good job of promoting cleaning up, like White River cleanups and community cleanups. They have about 11 gardens in the area, but they don't really talk about prevention of pollution and like trash and stuff. So my website would probably incorporate more information about the gardens and where people can compost, because there is literally nothing on any Muncie site that tells people where they can compost their foods, and a lot of people don't really own their own gardens, and composting isn't something that they can easily do, and right now there's no information about it. So that's something that's going to be really important for my website. And right now there isn't really anyone in the Muncie area that's really stepping up to bring information about zero waste. There are people around the area. Green Indie Blog is one big hub for zero waste in Indiana. Polly is based out of Lafayette and does a lot in the Indianapolis area to bring awareness to zero waste. But there is no one in Muncie that provides a lot of information, or where you can buy bulk, or where you can compost, or good recycling tips for this area. So this website is kind of what I want to base mine off of, but not as bloggy, just a little more informational. But she provides a lot of information on going zero waste, and it's really helpful to have at least someone in your same state who understands and has that mindset that can provide information for other people. Another one that I saw while I was doing research is Food Rescue, and they are an organization that encourages students in elementary school through high school to take care of food that doesn't get eaten at their schools and to donate it. The founder of this organization went to Ball State, but I couldn't find anything on their website that gave information of any Muncie schools that were doing this type of food rescue, or even Ball State, which I think Ball State would be a very big opportunity and a good place to start for helping the community and seeing change, since Ball State is a huge part of Muncie. And so I'm going to contact the founder of this organization and try to get more information about why he started it and if he has done anything to kind of push the Ball State community into taking on this responsibility and being more conscious about the food they are buying and the food they are selling, and trying to make sure that it doesn't go to waste. And one of the most encouraging things I saw while doing research was this company, EcoCycle. They help communities all over the country start zero waste programs, and take charge of reducing plastic. And they're showing colleges, and there's a couple colleges in Ohio that are already taking these steps, and they do 10-year plans, so it's understanding that these changes don't come quickly. You have to incorporate them, your government and your schools, and everyone has to be involved, and that it's a long plan, but in the end, it brings awareness and it changes things that don't have to stay the same. So some of my requirements for my website is that I want people to have numbers that they can see when they visit my site and know where their trash is going, how much trash is getting thrown away, how much of it is actually getting recycled, and I want people to know what's actually going on with their trash and not just throwing it away and forgetting about it. They need to know what is happening and have those statistics so that they are encouraged to change, and not thinking that, oh, someone else will just do it and it's not my problem. I want to be able to provide information on how to switch to a zero waste lifestyle and how they can start incorporating local businesses, local products, going to farmers markets, eating more fresh vegetables that can be composted, and doing things locally to help support the Muncie economy. Something that I've really noticed, or it's been hard for me, is that it's really hard to buy products that have no packaging. Since we have a lot of winters and stuff, the farmers markets aren't really open that often, and if you go to stores, they have stickers on their fruits. Everything comes in plastic bags, even if it's organic, and we can't really buy bulk items either. So I want to be able to provide information on where people can get these products, hopefully cheap and hopefully in organic options and non-GMO if people want that as well. But my main goal is just to build a community around zero waste and just provide a platform that people can contribute to and share their stories and encourage people to not give up and to keep a positive mindset around being zero waste and just knowing that what they're doing means something to the earth and to the community. And just to emphasize the 7 R's of zero waste: refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, rehome, replant, rot. So this is kind of my plan for this whole website, and I'm honestly really excited to see how the Muncie community works with their trash and find statistics about it, since it's not something that people usually care about or really do the research on. And it's something that I hope will encourage me to pursue a zero waste lifestyle and hopefully convert some people along the way.